Hi, Tim Michaud here again. As you notice, I'm standing by two ice fishing shacks. I just pulled them off Moosehead Lake just 2 days ago. Unfortunately, that season's coming to an end, but that means spring is slowly making its way here, so we can start working on the outdoor cooking stations coming up. But first, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my ice fishing adventure. This is the Maine shack. We sleep and fish out of this one. And this one is literally just a outhouse for up on the ice. We've had a lot of fun this winter. We've caught quite a few togue, not so many salmon. Could have been a better year, but it's been fun. And that's the purpose of it, is just to make winters go by, as winters can go really slow here in Maine. And this past winter, we had a lot of cold, so it kind of dragged on a little bit longer than usual, but spring is almost here. So as I mentioned, the ice fishing season here in Maine is coming to a close, so I got to concentrate on work. Ice fishing is a lot more fun, but I'm starting to get behind on some of the tree jobs, so I got to concentrate on those. And one of the jobs we're going to do first thing is I have a big, large rock maple to take down, and it has a bunch of various stems. Unfortunately, the main stem has a real bad rotten spot in it. It's going to end up on the house if I don't take it down soon. So that's going to be a project we're going to do. And what I'm going to do is leave the trunk about 20 to 30 feet tall. And I'm going to add a large birdhouse to the center to draw your attention to it. And on some of the various limbs, I'm going to cut them back hard enough so they're not a threat to the house anymore, but leave enough branches on them so hopefully keep the tree alive. At least try to extend its life for another 10 years if we can. And on those limbs, I'm going to add different birdhouses. So you're going to have the main birdhouse on the main leader, and then you'll have probably 4 or 5 other birdhouses. It's going to be a fun project. It will look kind of cool when it's done, and hopefully I'll get it taped so you can see it. When I had this ice shack made, a lot of it is actually very similar conditions as to when I decided to build the outdoor cooking area up by the pond area. It just came to me. I just wanted to do it, and I've done a lot of things on a whim pretty much my whole life, and I'm assuming it's going to stay that way for the rest of my life. But this particular ice shack, when I had it built, I wanted it to represent my father and my grandfather, because they're the ones that got me into hunting and fishing in the beginning, and they have made my extreme love of the outdoors. That's how I ended up doing tree work, was because of both of them. This shack really represents them more than it does my own life. Now, this particular picture of this stream is up in northern Maine. I have been fishing this particular brook since I was 12 years old. My father found it by accident. We were just up in northern Maine fishing different spots, and we came across this one, and here it is 60 years later, and we're still fishing that same area. My brother and I try to go up 2 or 3 times a year to keep that tradition going on. And hopefully I'll be doing it for another 15 years. And hopefully within a few more weeks after the snow is gone, we can continue the work up on the outdoor cooking station and finish that pizza oven so we actually can have a cookout. Now that the ice fishing season's done, I got to concentrate on work. But of course, along with work, I got to play with the outdoor cooking station. As you see, I just made a makeshift pizza cooking area because I really want to use that volcanic rock. I don't want to build a conventional one, out of just heat brick. I want it to be something different. So I think today what I'm going to do, even though it's a little premature, as you can see the snow's on the ground, I'm going to start a fire in here to see just how warm I can get this stone to be, because if I can't get it warm enough to cook the pizza on, there's really no sense going further with this idea, and then I'll have to scrap it and go to something else. But we're going to try it. So we're going to start the fire and see what we can do. The idea behind this setup is this volcanic rock is the base. The next one is the cooking spot for the pizza. And I left a 4-inch gap in the back. So in theory, the heat in the smoke will roll to the back and come out the front, which is exactly what it's doing. So the pizza will also have that smoky taste to it. But the question is can I get this thick volcanic rock warm enough to cook the pizza on? Well, we're going to find out, but it looks like I got to play with the fire a little bit more. Perfect. With the thermometer here, I get a top temperature of over 500. And I've had this going now for 15 or 20 minutes. I ended up, we had started the wood originally burning it towards the back, but we've kind of slid it towards the front because I wanted to get this top plate warm enough. And even though, as you see, we could have a snow cone as well as a pizza, the fire has definitely gotten this warm enough so we could cook a pizza on the top of it, just what I was hoping. Because I just don't want to do a traditional one. I wanted to use the volcanic rock, and it's going to work. So I guess what I'm going to do now is we're just going to let this go out, and in 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be back and we'll start putting together the actual pizza oven. And we're making headway.